Carson, was there a problem with your left eye there during part of the game?
Yeah, for a moment there. It's tough to see. Got gouged in the eye, but we're fine.
And overall, what was it like dealing with that amount of pressure in that game?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. I think, and we got down early, so we ended up throwing the ball quite a bit. So that's always tough on the O-line and everything. And there's definitely times I could have got rid of the ball quicker and gone through my progressions faster. But, shout out to that team. They play hard. They play physical. They made it tough on us.
Justin, what were the field conditions like? Looked like you slipped a couple of times.
Yeah, it was a little slippery out there, but it's not really something that we would put blame on or criticize. At the end of the day, we just still got to go out there. I mean, we knew we were aware of the surface, and it just was a little tricky sometimes, just trying to put your foot in the ground and grass coming up. But, I feel like all in all, we still got to be able to run our routes and still one good on a good bit on our route. So it's not really something that we really put focus on for real.
It's hard to see from where we were. Do you think you score on that one down sort of?
Oh, for sure. Just leaving me one-on-one with 41. Definitely wish I can get that one back, but it's just got to move on to that one and on to the next play.
Carson, how different was it not having a play clock in that direction you guys were going?
Yeah, that was weird. I'm not going to lie. It was weird looking behind me, looking over my shoulder on the side. I thought we handled it okay. Obviously, it got us at a very bad time of the game, unfortunately. But, yeah, that was a little different.
Were you guys hoping for a reset of the play clock there after the spike? I mean, it looked like you were kind of pointing the end zone and KO was signaling.
Yeah, that's on me. I got to be quicker in and out. I think I just kind of lost sight of it, obviously, physically, and just kind of was back in my mind. So I got to be better.
Carson, just big picture, how would you evaluate your game as a whole? I know you got to watch it back.
Yeah, I got to watch it back. At the end of the day, we lost. That's all I care about. That's all I'm concerned about. Got a bad taste in my mouth that the defense stepped up when we needed them at the end, got us the ball back. In those situations, it pains me to be left there out on the field with a chance and come up short. So I'm not here to evaluate the rest of the play. We had some chances, a couple tipped picks, or those suck, not going to lie. Those are tough. They kind of derailed what I thought. We had some decent momentum going on a couple drives. And so, that was tough. But at the end of the day, we lost, and that's all that matters.
Justin, just 4 games in, I mean, how do you evaluate just the offensive execution overall?
We're still figuring it out. Just dealing with different circumstances, injuries, people having to step up in different spots. So it's difficult. It's this game of football is, not really predictable, and a lot of things can really, jump at you when you're really not expecting it to. So, but at the end of the day, just like you said, we lost. It's not really. We got to look at the film to really digest it for real. But yeah, definitely a sick taste in our mouth. Just hurting ourselves really, just shooting ourselves in the foot, and just giving them more opportunities to really get points or gain that momentum. And it's just something that we got to kind of lean in on ourselves and really understand what we really want to accomplish. The penalties, we got to get rid of the penalties, pre-snaps. That's definitely something that we got to lean into. But it definitely was a great defense out there. They're a great team, and they made plays at the end of the day.
What's going through your head when you guys see Brian O'Neill down on the field and medical staff's coming out to attend to him?
Yeah, I mean, immediately just start praying for guys, obviously. That's all you can do. Injuries are unfortunately a part of this game. We've both been there. And so it's one of those things you just kind of pray for these guys. And obviously as a leader of our team, that means something to everybody. So I thought Justin did a great job stepping up. Justin School there when B.O. went out. And so that's obviously always tough with a leader of your team in that situation. But it's always the next man up mentality. Injuries are part of this game, and praying he'll be back soon.
Carson, how do you feel with that got that pressure from the D-line?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's tough. I mean, when you get down, you dig yourself in a hole like that. The D-line kind of just pins their ears back and rushes, and we're throwing, time and time again. So it's a good team. It's a good team. It's a good D-line. Hats off to them. They play hard. And so we had our chances. I can be better, get the ball out quicker too. So, but yeah, it always makes it tough, and they did a good job today.
Did you feel the pressure from the public?
Say that again.
If you feel the pressure from the public, the noise.
The crowd was, honestly, if that's what you're asking about, the crowd, the atmosphere, it was fun. Honestly, it's fun. This is my second time playing overseas, and so it was. I thought it was a good experience, good turnout. Sucks to lose, not gonna lie, but I thought it was a cool atmosphere and tough one to lose out there.
Justin, you spoke a little bit about cleaning up the pre-snap, post-snap penalties and kind of getting in a rhythm again. What is the difference? Just like your first victory with J.J. McCarthy, that when you guys have your back against the wall, what is the difference that you guys can somehow overcome some of those and put things together?
Yeah, we just been in those different positions too many times, honestly, and we just kind of understand and we kind of lean on each other to pick it up. And at the end of the day, we wasn't really losing by much. We was only losing by two possessions, 2 scores. So it's just all about one play at a time. Defense getting us that stop and allowing us to go down, score, and get it within 3, and then getting the stop again, allowing us to get the ball back and go, take a shot at either tying the game or winning the game. So it's just all about just keeping our heads up and just keep fighting at the end of the day. I feel like we've definitely been in those positions too much to really love it, but we also understand that we have a team that fights and don't really hang our head until 0-0-0 is on that clock. And we've been doing it time and time again, even last year, this year. We just got to really figure out how to not be in those positions and not allowing ourselves, because it's really ourselves that are getting into those positions, not really the other team, outplaying us or outcoaching us. So we got to look in the mirror. We got to look in the mirror and figure out how we're going to, stop that from happening, how we're going to come out fast, swinging like we did last week, and just carrying on that same consistency. So that's pretty much the main thing.
Did this feel like a road game? Did it feel like something different? Obviously they were the home team officially, but what did it feel like being out there? Maybe Carson too.
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. I mean, they definitely had some Steelers fans out there. They had some crowd noise, and it definitely felt electric, I would say. But at the end of the day, we expect that. We kind of understand, that Steelers are home, this game, and any circumstances, we're really ready to go out there and perform. No matter the crowd noise, no matter the atmosphere, it's just on us to go out there and still perform and communicate, as always.
Justin, you talk a lot about, you were saying you were slipping there and sliding. Do you think you'd benefit maybe of coming a day or two earlier and getting more familiar with the softer Irish ground?
I don't really know. It's a great question, but I don't really know. I mean, just being out there and I mean, it's not really like overly slipping. It's just, slipping on, just here and there on these little routes. Maybe I'm overextending a little bit too much, and I just got to understand the surfaces and understand that I got to get my feet, below me instead of out wide. So that's something that to think about, but that's not really something that I put blame on or I criticize. At the end of the day, whether it's raining, snowing, we still got to go out there and run good routes and get open for the quarterback.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. I appreciate it.